BSc, 3rd semester, University of Mysore, Session 34, Egg Membrane. Developmental Biology, Session 34, Egg Membranes. The objectives of learning. They learn about the egg membranes. They learn about primary egg membranes with example. They learn about secondary egg membranes with example, and they learn about the tertiary egg membranes with examples. The session outcome. The students learn about the egg membranes. They learn about primary egg membranes with examples. They learn about secondary egg membranes with example and tertiary egg membranes with examples. So, egg membranes. The eggs are well protected by egg membranes. So, these membranes are produced either by the egg itself or by the follicle cells of the ovary or by genital ducts of the female mother. Types of egg membrane. Accordingly, the egg membranes are classified into 3 types. They are primary egg membrane, the secondary egg membrane, and the tertiary egg membranes. The primary egg membranes. These membranes are formed by the female cell. They are plasma lemma, the membrane of female sex cells, the vitelline membrane, which is found in most of the animals but absent in mammals, which is a thin and a transparent lying close to the plasma lemma. And it forms the fertilization membrane during the zona reactions where it is present after penetration. Then secondary egg membranes. The membranes which are secreted by the follicle cells, which is found only in the mammals, it called secondary egg membranes. The zona pellucida, which is a thick membrane secreted by the follicle cells, and it is transformed into the fertilization membrane during the zone reactions. Then the corona radiata. This is also another type of secondary egg membranes. It consisting of follicle cells that surrounds the secondary oocyte after ovulation, and the follicle cells are held together through ionic acid, and these cells gradually disperse after fertilization and before implantation. The tertiary egg membranes. These are secreted by the oviduct or the glands of the oviduct, which is absent in placental mammals. So you can see the tertiary egg membranes that is found around the amphibian egg, and another type of tertiary egg membrane is albumin and leathery or hard shells of the reptiles and the birds, which helps in the protection. So these are the primary egg membrane, the secondary egg membrane, and tertiary egg membrane. So another brief explanation on the primary egg membrane. You know that any of the egg, it is surrounded by a membrane what is called as a plasma membrane, so which is otherwise called as an unit membrane. And this primary egg membrane, in addition to the plasma membrane, the eggs of most of the animals except the sponges and certain coelentrates, it consisting of certain other additional egg membrane, and these membranes are known as primary as well as the secondary egg membranes. This primary egg membrane is surrounded by the plasma membrane by the oocyte itself, and in the insects, the mollusks and amphibians and birds, the primary egg membrane is also known as vitelline membrane. Okay, and while in tunicates and some of the fishes, this membrane is called as chorion. The mammalian eggs contain similar membranes, and this is known as zona pellucida. And the vitelline membrane is composed of mucoprotein and fibrous protein, and the vitelline membrane usually remains closely adhered to the plasma membrane. But in later stages, the space is developed between the plasma membrane and the vitelline membrane, and it is known as perivitelline space. This is about the primary egg membrane. Coming to the secondary egg membranes, these are the secondary egg membranes which are secreted by the ovarian tissue around the primary egg membranes, and they are composed of either the jelly coats in amphibians or chitinous shells in the insects, ascidians and cyclostomes. This is about the secondary egg membrane. And coming to the tertiary egg membranes are formed by the oviduct or other accessory parts of female reproductive system, and this is composed of either jelly coats in amphibians, albumin and hard horny capsule in elasmobranch fishes, or albumin shell membranes and calcareous shells in the birds. So these are the tertiary egg membranes. And the ooplasm, the cytoplasm of the egg cell is known as ooplasm, and this ooplasm consisting of large amount of reserve food material that is in the form of a yolk. So this is about the primary, secondary and tertiary egg membranes. So what I have defined as the primary egg membrane and the secondary egg membrane, where chorion and corona radiata is included under secondary egg membrane, and the tertiary egg membrane, that is white albumin and shell membranes and the shells. So they come under tertiary egg membranes. The jelly coat also comes under the tertiary egg membranes, and marbled pearls also comes under the tertiary egg membranes, which is found in cartilaginous fishes. And also you can see, you can differentiate two types of eggs. One is called as a cleidoic egg, another one is called as non-cleidoic egg. That means if the egg is covered by the calcareous shell, then they are called as a cleidoic egg, and if it is not covered with the calcareous shell, which is made up of calcium carbonate, then they are called as a non-cleidoic egg. This is the major difference between cleidoic and non-cleidoic. Multiple choice question. The jelly coat is a primary egg membrane, the secondary egg membrane, tertiary egg membrane, none of the above. Jelly coat is a tertiary egg membrane. The primary egg membrane is secreted around the plasma membrane by oocyte itself, the oogonia, the testes and the ovary. The answer is the oocyte itself. Plasma membrane is a primary egg membrane, secondary egg membrane, tertiary egg membrane, none of the above. Plasma membrane is the primary egg membrane. The answer is A. The albumin and leathery hard shell is found in reptiles and birds, it is found in mammals, it is found in amphibians, it is found in fishes. Obviously it is found in reptiles and the birds. The egg is covered by calcareous shell, it is called as non-cleidoic egg, cleidoic egg, both A and B, none of the above. So if it is covered with a calcareous shell, it is called as a cleidoic egg. So this is the reference for further information. Thank you.